Good morning, everybody. I'm here for a beautiful trail run again this morning. It's February 12th, 2022. Started way down there. Ran about 2.5 miles up the hill, and then I'll probably hike back. Here's my puppy again, Lily. Just working towards that goal of 200 miles off-road this year. And sun's just coming up over the mountain. It's gonna be 73 today. So I just wanted to get a head start on the day. Definitely a beautiful day out here. The topic for today is gonna be, what the heck is core energy coaching? And I thought I would start with, what is coaching first? That is a very broad term. It seems to be used in a lot of situations where maybe it shouldn't be used, where really it's probably mentorship, consulting, telling people what to do. I'm a certified professional coach with the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching, which is accredited with the International Coaching Federation. And it's probably a lot different than what you've experienced in the past. Maybe what you think coaching is. My clients are often surprised at how I coach them and what professional coaching really is. Real quickly on coaching, it's really about performance. It's outcome based. For me, it's always about adapting to the client individually and figuring out what's in alignment with them. It's not my values. It's not my life. It's not my head. It's not my brain. It's not my ambitions and my dreams and my goals. It's yours. So that's one of the major differences for me. I'm your partner on the path. I'm somebody looking at the picture from outside. Once I get to know you, we do some assessments. We've gone through some sessions together. I start to understand you and start to bring light, make observations that maybe takes you to a place you can't take yourself. And for me, that's what professional coaching is. It's about being a positive influence in your life. It's about believing in you, and I believe in all my clients. I honestly believe that. But what is core energy coaching? Well, that is the methodology that I'm trained to implement. And what it really means is it's to get to the root of what's holding you back. What's really at the core? We need that awareness a lot of times before we can move forward, before we can get into that unconditional acceptance. And I know some of you probably don't like the word acceptance, but it may be, the definition may be different than what you think. It's not about accepting who you are. It's not about accepting your conditioning, your triggers, but it is about being okay with it. It's about recognizing it, taking responsibility, and then what it does is, once you have that that conditional acceptance, you can move forward and start to change the things. Start to grow in the direction you want to grow. Start gaining new beliefs, new perspectives on the same situations. What I find with a lot of my clients that come in is there's 7 energy levels that we have available to us in our lives. And what I find with the majority of my clients is they're operating in levels 1 through 3. And the first 2 levels are catabolic, which means they're stress inducing. So a lot of my clients and a lot of society, and myself included for a long time, a lot of my life I was operating in stress. And of course, you know what the result of stress is. It's burnout, it's apathy, it's frustration, it's conflict. And what it does is it affects your resilience. And of course, resilience has got everything to do with how you do in business. How fast do you bounce back? How do you approach your days? How strongly can you pour it on? It's got everything to do with how you show up energetically. You could be an employee, you could be a team member, you could be a team leader, you could be a broker, you could be a major CEO. How you show up energetically It's got everything to do with your success and your fulfillment and how you enjoy life, that inner experience. So with the core energy coaching process is I've been trained to recognize how you show up, what energy levels you're showing up in, what's at the core of that. And then we can start to work towards new beliefs, a new way to show up. Then I'll educate you over time on the upper energy levels, where you're going to find that unconditional acceptance. You find peace, you find joy. You're in non-judgment far more often. You're authentic. Perhaps you found your absolute passion. And those are beautiful places to access in life, in business. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes work. And anytime I bring a client on, I try to remember to tell them, listen, like everything else in this life, it takes work. It takes some patience. It takes openness to really create a new life. One of my favorite philosophers, he changed my life so profoundly in those early days, and he still does, is Jim Rohn. And he said, new life only comes from labor. And I love that because I believe that. We can't just wish it's going to get better. We got to work on it. We got to be willing to know thyself. We got to be willing to be authentic with ourselves, with me if I'm your coach, so I can gain one understanding of who you are. Because I always coach in non-judgment. That's always my goal going into the session, is I leave the judgment at the door. It's so important because I got to be connected to you. I've got to understand you. I've got to know who you are. And what I find with my clients is they need somebody that they can trust. They need somebody they can talk to. They need somebody that they can work through these things with and grow towards their potential. And that's why I love coaching so much. Just to watch my clients transform and change, for their business to grow, for them to become happier, for their spouse to say, hey, you're showing up differently than you ever have before. That's why it's my absolute passion. I believe it was what I was put on this earth to do. I believe God has been preparing me for almost 45 years to do this. And I'm just so jazzed about it. I could talk about it all day. So if you're considering a coach, there's no pressure from me. I'm looking for a win-win. I want to sit down with you for a coffee or in the office and just get to know each other, understand what you're looking to do, and just see if I'm the right fit for you. And if you're the right fit for me, and if you are, be excited about going on the journey with you. Have a great day.